Good evening. I'd like to call to order the regular scheduled meeting of the Elk Grove Park District on May 23rd, 2019. Pam, can I get a roll call, please?
Yes, President Walls,
Here.
Commissioner O'Malley.
Here.
Commissioner Cook,
Here.
Commissioner Biedke,
Here.
and Commissioner Sauter is absent.
Okay, just taking a quick peek here. All right, so we should go into approval minutes, but I'm gonna do an audible. We have two new people at our table today, and I'm wondering if Ben or anybody from staff can introduce and maybe have each talk about their positions and why they're here.
So I'll just tell them, introduce yourself and tell the public what you do, what you,
That's not it.
what you do for the Elk Grove Park District. Start with Kelly.
Thanks, Ben.
You're welcome.
Currently, I am the superintendent of marketing, and I've been here for, it'll be 5 years in September. And June 3rd, I will start as the director of marketing and communications for Elk Grove Park District.
Very good, and Tim?
My name is Tim White, and I am the Director of Parks and Planning as of Monday. I'm coming from Butterfield Park District, where I was the Superintendent of Parks and Facilities for a little over 3 years, and excited to be here.
Come on, there's no such thing as Butterfield Park District, is there?
It is serves unincorporated Lombard, Downers Grove, and Glen Ellen. It's a pretty small park district, about 10,000 residents, but yeah, it exists. But a few of our residents have questioned that too. So.
And Ben thought he couldn't be replaced.
Well, we're happy to have you both here, and Tim, you're obviously brand new as of, what, 3 days ago?
Mhm.
So welcome. We think we have kind of a cool place to work for staff and a cool place for commissioners to hang out at times, so
Thank you.
welcome.
Thank you.
All right, we'll run into approval of minutes. So I have committee of the whole, May 9th, 2019, and regular meeting, May 9th, 2019. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
No one's opposed to that. And then we have May 9th, 2019 closed session meeting. Pam, I need a motion and a second first, and then we'll get a roll call.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Thank you. Now can we get the roll call, I guess?
Commissioner O'Malley,
Yes.
Commissioner Cook,
Yes.
Commissioner Biedke.
Yes.
President Walls.
Yes. We're at public communication. Any comments from the audience?
Oh, that's me now?
That is.
Yes,
you.
Helen.
Can I just ask you to go up to that microphone so that the
Okay,
public can hear you who's watching on TV?
I don't know if I like that.
Movie star.
Okay, my name is Helen Lesky, and I do the current events. I'm in charge of that for the senior center, and I try to get different groups, or I do it myself sometimes. I do the news, the current news, or international or national news. A lot of people don't watch TV, they don't read papers, they don't watch anything, so, and I prepare a sheet so they can take it home with them and know what's going on in the world, where a lot of people don't really pay attention, so. Sometimes I said I do it, or sometimes I try to get groups. So I wanted to introduce to Ben. You are a new head of the Park District, and I thought I'd better see who he is before I have him come on Tuesday. So I'm looking forward
Well, my
to.
name's been in the paper, so you should.
Yeah, I know, but everybody else are uninformed there about a lot of things that are going on. Okay, so.
Well said.
Yeah. And there's a couple things, I'm interested who's, many that can come of you trustees or commissioners would be great to tell them about, what's going on, what you people do. They probably don't have a clue on what any of you really do. You have all these parks, you have the golf course, you have all the programs, the swimming, the exercises, all kind of stuff. So I think people should really be aware of, the upper echelon of people rather than just our senior center. And a couple things I just wanted to mention. I told you about the mic issue.
Yes.
I'm still having issues with that, trying to get 2 mics when I want it. And I thought we were going to have that. And I'm ending up with
We
one
did,
all the
Commissioner
time.
I heard it, I was told they were purchased.
Look at this go around the room.
So,
Yeah.
Tammy,
Because
Tammy, can you fill us
I was
in?
told that we were,
Yes.
that we had the mics.
Well, I
It
don't,
was
when I
addressed, Helen,
ask
so
for
we'll
it,
do a
sometimes
follow-up.
I don't get it. okay, because the person that's speaking may want a mic, and then I take a mic to go around. When people want questions, when it's over, if they don't speak into the mic, nobody can hear them. So that's why we
I know-
need two.
I
And
know
I
Jeff-
thought we
Yes.
were supposed to have two.
Right.
We find out where they
So-
are.
So
We're-
two
we're-
things. I'm always truth with you.
Yes, you are.
You don't get everything you want.
No,
But
true.
I agree.
That's
So
all
you
right.
know that, and you've accepted that. The
Yes.
second thing is, yes, we did say that we'd take care of it.
Yes.
So now staff will follow up
Okay.
and we'll have your answer, and if not, the mics when we
Okay.
speak to you on Tuesday.
Then I was told that we were able to get, as an incentive to people come to our group, we were going to get, everybody would put a ticket in and you get a free lunch sometime, whenever you want it. It was like $4 or something. Well, sometimes it's happening, most of the time it is. This last month, I had the trustees in before, and Sam Listener gave me a little gift to give as a pass out or something.
Right.
So when they did that last time, Colleen said, and I said, well, where's the lunch? She says, well, you're not gonna get a lunch this time because we're using that as the lunch instead. And I thought, well, that's not right. That was something extra I just wanted them to do. So I had told the people there was gonna be a lunch, and then there wasn't one. So that made me a little unhappy that she didn't do that. You know
Some
what I'm
people
saying?
call it sneaky, some people call
Yeah.
it fiscally responsible,
Yeah.
but go ahead.
So, and it's not a big deal. I mean, it was only like $4, but she said, no, we're giving this other gift, which he had given me as an optional thing to give up. It wasn't supposed to take the place of the lunch. So I don't want her doing that anymore either. Okay, the trips that you offer, someone complained to me today when I was at the center. You put your book out much earlier than we put ours out. Our book for July, August, and September doesn't come out till the end of June. Well, your trips are in there before that. So somebody is saying to me, by the time we get our book and I want to sign up for the trip, they're already closed because people have seen it in your book, and it's too late for us to see in our book that the trips are there if they're not looking at the big park book.
All right, so to elaborate, you're talking about your Buzz book that the seniors
Yes,
get
yeah, it
compared
comes
to the
out-
quarterly brochure?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So some wanted to go to see on one of the trips. I said, well, it's already filled. She said, well, we just got the book. How could it be filled already? But your book was out a month or so earlier, so other people were signing up before the seniors got a chance to know that there was a trip if they weren't looking at your brochure. So, how that works, I don't know.
You know, this is just me, I'd say how it works is they should look at the
They should,
quarterly book
yeah,
also.
exactly, they should,
Yeah,
they really
that's all.
should. But, if they don't, I thought I'd
Right.
just bring it up.
Okay.
Okay, I was wondering, we have exercise, I go to the exercise classes, and our system was down for a really long time. Where the screen and the music and that comes out. It must have been down like at least 2 months, maybe longer. And so we're sitting there for the beginning until Jeff brought in a computer that we could work with. We sat there and did our exercises looking at the lady with no sound whatsoever. We just had to guess what we were doing. And I thought, if you're an individual and you have something wrong at your house, it takes a long time to come. But I thought, why would it take 2 to 3 months before this thing finally came and got fixed? And I kept telling Colleen, she says, well, it costs a lot of money, and we have to go out for bid, and it just takes a long time. Well, I see a long time, but it seemed like it was really long before they got it straightened out. And if people are going to these classes, to sit there at a class and not see anything, you're doing, and the lady's mumbling, you don't know what they're saying, but you've done it for a while. New people don't know, but those that have done it know how to do it, so. And even the yoga class, they had to bring in another machine so she could hook up to something to do the class. So I know things take time and it takes money, but it seemed like it was an awful long time before we got it. Let's see, the lunch, I think that's really all. I mean, you guys all do a good job, and I like everything. We live in a great community. I like Elk Grove. And I don't know all of you, but, I'm glad I live here. Thank you.
How many people are gonna be at your current events that you think?
I really don't know. It's hard to say. You never know.
I mean, is it usually 10? Is it usually 30, just to give us an
Like
idea?
20,
Okay.
like 20, yeah. And depending, I hope, nothing else is going on, I hope people still come. We have a class before that. We have a yoga class, and I try to tell people in advance about what's going on. It seems like we get our books, but nobody really communicates to everybody different things that are going on that people really know. It's only if you're reading the book, And I feel, like today, I went to the bingo class, and I said, "Can I announce?" And they said, "Yes." So I got up and said, "People, the Park District is coming. You need to come. If you have questions, you ask them, and let them tell you what they do." So that whole week before, I have current events, because I go almost every day. I try to announce what's happening so people are aware of what's going on, because nobody does that. Thank you.
Helen?
Thank you.
Just for your information.
Yes.
I'm the Park District liaison for the Sheila Ray Center.
Okay.
And we meet with their advisory board. I attend all their advisory board.
I think I went to one meeting.
Yeah, it's on the third Tuesday
Yeah.
at 10 o'clock of every month. So if you have concerns, feel free to at any time either
I
contact
thought-
me.
Helen,
if you
Helen,
can't
can
make
you go
it-
to the mic?
Okay, yeah. To either contact me, or if you want to attend those meetings, I do attend those meetings every month. And rather than waive or save up, if you have something bothering you, or something that you don't feel is getting done, or that could be done better, or just something you want to.
Oh, you can, I thought
Or you have an
had-
idea,
Yeah. Okay.
to improve something, please come to that meeting or contact me if you can't make that meeting. I'll be
Yeah.
happy to look into it.
I thought you had to be invited to go. I didn't think you could just go. Or is
You can
it?
attend as a guest. It's an open meeting. You can attend as a
Okay.
guest, so you're absolutely welcome to be there.
Okay.
So,
Well,
and
fine.
if you can't make it for some reason on that meeting day, feel free to contact me
Okay.
directly. But this is some of the stuff we talk about at those meetings, the trips and how do we advertise, and so if there's things that are affecting the membership, or the membership has ideas of what they'd like to see, we'd love to, and Colleen's very good at sharing those with us too. She's
Yeah.
at those meetings, obviously. But if you feel like sometimes you just want to come in person to emphasize it, or you don't feel
Yeah.
something getting done, please, let me know.
Okay. Well, I try to announce for what I'm doing, so.
And I will be there along with Ben for the
It's like,
current event
we
too.
have.
You betcha. Can't wait.
The fella from the library comes over to talk periodically. I don't think anybody knows that guy even comes. When I go there, it's like 4 or 5 people are there. And he tells us a lot of stuff, historical information, and it's really informative, but I had a clue that nobody,
And
so
we
I
will-
thought, maybe I'll announce that too,
We will bring some prizes
Yeah.
for the crowd. We got some facilities that I think we can come up with. We got Rainbow Falls, we got a golf course, we got a fitness center, we got all kinds of things. So.
There'll be a lot of people
It's
coming
too-
to the microphone now.
It's too bad people
May
don't look
28th.
at your brochure, because you have lots of stuff in yours compared to what we have,
Correct.
Yeah. Okay, thanks again.
Thank you very
Thanks,
much.
Helen.
Thank
We're to correspondence. Does anybody have any correspondence?
I just got I'm sure you might have gotten one too, from Commissioner Kevin Morrison, a letter just welcoming for my reelection to the Park Board. So he sent a very nice letter. So look forward to meeting with him as a Park Board soon, hopefully.
you. It's on my list to do.
Yes, we've done it before.
Yeah, no, that's fine. It's on my
Not a
list.
bad idea at all. Any other correspondence?
Preoccupied with rainbow.
Okay, recommendations of acceptance and approval. We need to make a motion and a second on approval of revisions to the Elk Grove Park District Safety Manual. Do I have a motion and a second?
So moved.
Second.
Thank you for that. Can I get a roll call, please?
Commissioner Cook,
Yes.
Commissioner Bianchi.
Yes.
Commissioner O'Malley,
Yes.
President Walls.
Yes? So we're good there. Okay, we're at committee reports. So capital projects, Commissioner O'Malley.
Yeah, we did not meet. We are waiting for the hiring of Tim, so this is where I was teasing Bob, where I was gonna put him on the spot. What we need to do is set up a meeting, and instead of just tons of emails and back and forth, when do you guys wanna meet? I'd make a suggestion of 45 minutes before our next committee of the whole meeting.
Unfortunately, I will not be here.
Okay, so then I would suggest the time after that.
Yeah, after that, I return the 15th. So I could do, I'm open anytime during the day, I'm available. For 11 weeks, I'm available during the
Okay,
day.
that's great, so I'm a working man. So can you make the second meeting are you gonna be at the second meeting in June?
Yes, I will be.
Can you be there 45 minutes before whatever committee of the whole you have?
Absolutely.
That's when we're gonna schedule one, Tim. We're gonna
That's
have a
the
capitals
27th.
meeting. So we'll keep you informed. It'll be the fourth Thursday in June, most likely around 5 or 5:15.
And that'll give him time to get used to the parking lot.
Absolutely. That concludes my report.
Any questions for Commissioner O'Malley on capital projects? Finance Committee, Commissioner Sauter is not in attendance today, so I believe second chair is Commissioner Cook, am I
I
right?
believe you're right.
There you go.
So, looking at our finance report, things look very good as usual. Corporate fund, 79,000 was collected in property taxes in April. Replacement taxes of 109,000 were also collected. All expense categories were under budget with the exception of salaries and wages and benefits. Of course, that's our biggest expenditure, but net revenue year-to-date is 1.743 million compared to a budgeted of 1.6, so good results there. Rec fund is 29,167 was collected in property taxes. Program fees, 655,000 year-to-date compared to budget of 611,000, so we're above budget there. Aquatic program revenue and overall PAC revenue has surpassed year-to-date budget. Dance, early childhood, family, athletic program revenues are all exceeding year-to-date budgets. All expense categories are under budget, so things are looking good. Net revenue year-to-date, 522,000 compared to budgeted of 112,000. Golf, another story there. The weather continues to be disappointing with the wet and cold April. Golf, of course, had 1,445 rounds in April. Expense categories are under budget. Year-to-date revenue, however, is 217,000 compared to budgeted of 295. So hopefully that weather starts turning around and we get some more golfers out there to enjoy the beautiful course. And that ends my finance report.
Any questions for Commissioner Cook? Okay, Committee of the Whole is myself, so on, May 9th, we spoke of a few topics. Committee of the Whole, we discussed girls travel softball. We talked about the fitness flooring. We read the advisory board manual for the Artists Association. That was pretty quick, obviously. And that was about it. Oh, and we talked about discussion of committees, which I believe the consensus was we're all gonna stay on our subcommittees, right? As is?
No,
No? Has there been a change?
no, there has not been a change, but we did discuss potentially changing up the athletics committee. I'd mentioned to you,
You did mention it to me.
So we'll continue, we'll carry that on at the next
You
committee
remind
of
me
the
to
whole.
put that on Committee of the Whole
Mhm.
next week. Sorry, I could have done that
No,
today.
it's
Okay.
3 weeks from now.
Or 3 weeks. Okay, so that was essentially May 9th. Tonight, we spoke about, we spoke about, our future parking options for Rainbow Falls, whether it be this season or possibly future seasons. Staff and the commissioners have basically agreed that we're gonna move forward with an engineering firm to look into the 3 options that we have. I'm confident we can do all 3, but maybe we don't even need all 3, so, we're gonna keep moving forward on options 1, 2, and 3, and we'll see what comes out of that. And that should come back how soon, then, do you think? A
Okay.
couple months at best?
So the engineering can be done 6 to 8 weeks?
Okay.
Yep.
So we'll see how that goes. We had a discussion about the Chelmsford building. We talked about the safety manual being revised, which we approved. And we had a discussion about an open position at the coordinator position in athletics. Correct? Missing anything? Okay. That concludes my report unless anybody has any questions.
Can we just clarify in the Chelmsford property a little bit more that, about the discussion that we were contacted and The director there has indicated to us that they definitely plan on closing down the daycare operation there effective the end of December of 2019, and that our tentative plans are potentially, or to demolish that building at this point, until we decide what other things we might do there. But that's kind of the consensus at this point. We're looking at, that would be the possibility sometime after that closes down.
Yeah,
And
so,
leave it as open space.
And leave it as open space, correct?
Right.
We still keep the parking lot there for parking to make it easy for access for the residents and just, but the building is old and, it'll be a hazard to keep it up after the daycare closes. So, at this point, since we don't have immediate plans, it's safest and best to probably go along with demolition. And that's kind of where we talked about looking into. And that, at this point, the daycare has indicated they are no longer gonna be a business after December 31st.
yeah, so as maybe a small history lesson, a condition of the purchase of that property, of the 3 municipalities involved in that deal, we told the township that we would keep that building open and let them use that daycare for a term of 2 years. And we are currently at that 2-year level, correct?
Correct.
And then that leads right into what you just told everybody is we have fulfilled our commitment on that. And currently there seems to be no interest in extending it.
Correct.
Okay. Okay, all good. Athletic committees, Commissioner Sauter is not here still, so is it Bob?
No, it's me.
No, it's Bill.
Yeah, as second chair, the only thing I'd like to add, and you commissioners were there, it sounds like President Walls would like to see the athletics call a meeting just between staff, so I'm assuming this would be Tammy, Jeff, Brian, potentially the new hire. And the purpose would be to go over the first 5 to 6 months and figure out what's working with the advisory boards and the athletic associations, what's not working, come up to some kind of middle ground and how to move forward. So is that correct? So I'll mention this to Ralph the next time I see him, and he'll put one together, and then we'll address that with you, Tammy.
Okay.
The committee did not meet since our last board meeting, but Ralph has some promo information that he wants me to announce that football has. On June 8th, Elk Grove Youth Football will be out at CAF promoting their programs to the parents participants of both softball and baseball. Between June 10th and the 13th, Elk Grove Youth Football will have a presence in the lobby at the pavilion during pickup time to promote their programs and encourage registration. And then on June 26th, Elk Grove Youth Football will be having another equipment sizing event at the pavilion from 4:30 to 7. A couple additional items that staff was working on to support some of this was marketing will be updating the flyer with this new information. Marketing and Leisure Services will be distributing the materials to all our facilities and partner organizations. Leisure Services will be working with the high school to push info on their social media. Marketing will be sending out posts via social media, and Leisure Services will be sending out directed email blasts to current and former participants for the upcoming camp clinics and to promote the items above. So there's a heavy push to continue to grow youth football and cheerleading, and that's some of the items that will be taking place in the next 2 to 3 weeks. So Ralph wanted that out on this medium. I think, Tammy, you had one more about the fire program that she just mentioned. I didn't have any of the details, so.
Correct.
I'll
So
let
the
you.
fire tryouts on Sunday, May 19th had to be canceled and rescheduled due to weather conditions. So we've rescheduled it to May 31st, starting at 5:30 and 7:15 p.m. and also on June 2nd, so 2 different dates for tryouts for the fire. The time on June 2nd will be starting at 8:30 in the morning and 10:30 in the morning. We are offering 2 different tryouts on each day to provide more opportunities for girls interested in our part-time travel program. So there should be more information on the website as well.
Okay, when we had our last committee of the whole, the resident, Tim Burns, was there. He had some of the same concerns. Probably all of us did, that we weren't promoting it enough, the tryouts. So what are some of the things we did? We ended up putting it out on the website. And when I first walked into the pavilion, I saw some of the signage for that.
Correct.
I've also seen it at some of the ball fields. We've had it on some of our,
We did social media, we also did the little yard signs, if you saw them near the pavilion, they were out there as well. So we also, internally with the girls that play house softball, we advertised through that. And, obviously, we've been trying to do it various media.
word of mouth, of
Yeah,
course, too.
yeah.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure that everybody was aware, we are trying to, I'd like to see the program grow, so you
Yes.
can only do that if people know that there's actual tryouts. And yes,
Correct.
it's only part-time travel, but part-time grows into full-time sometimes.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Did, I honestly don't know the answer to this. Did they have their tryouts yet?
They had the one.
First phase.
Okay, so
First
first
phase.
phase, so we still have
So
an
now we have
opportunity
two
in
more
phase two.
opportunities.
And I probably missed you saying that, so I apologize.
Yeah.
Okay. Any questions? Oh, you got one?
No, that was it for the athletic committee, relative
Okay.
feedback.
Any questions for Bill? Okay, golf course committee, Commissioner Cook.
I have no report, but I would like Ben, if you could, we talked to community of the whole about following up with Williams on the architectural
The agreement.
contract, the next
Yep.
phase.
Yep.
So if you could follow up with them, and then let's set up a meeting
Yep.
for the next week or two to go over that. And
And then the design, yeah,
Design.
absolutely.
And then either Commissioner Cook or Ben, can you guys address this with Tom Klaas? See if he can give us some sort of a presentation on some of the feedback that he's been getting at the golf course itself on having the clubhouse designs there. It'd be nice to hear what other people are saying so that he can communicate it to us and we can incorporate it into some of our decision-making.
Yes.
Any questions for Commissioner Cook on the golf course committee? Okay, we're gonna go to youth committee, which is Commissioner Biedke.
On May 6th, we had a youth team committee meeting. I was there, Commissioner Walls was there, and village personnel were there also. We talked about the teen and the tween night update. So we had 45 attended the last teen night of the school year, and we had 29 attended the March 22nd tween night. April's tween night was canceled due to low enrollment. Irene is working on modifying the teen and tween nights just so that we could get more teens and tweens out to the event. So there's some creative ideas that Irene is working with, so looking forward to hearing more of that coming out soon. We will be hosting Summer Blast 2019 this year. They are scheduled for July 12th and August 9th from 8:15 to 10:15. They will take place at Rainbow Falls. If the weather is bad in the evening, we will make the change. We will communicate that out through social media, and the change will be, we'll switch over to the Pavilion Aquatics Center. If we are at Rainbow Falls, Rocco Vino's will be open for family-friendly pricing at the event, so the kids can get some drinks and candy and snacks. And the team bonfire, that's always a great one, is Saturday, October 5th, and that will run from 7 to 9 p.m. That will take place at Lions Park. We're always looking for volunteers. I know last year I was there and Commissioner Walls was there, and I believe Commissioner Cook, you rode your bike there.
I did.
And all that. So if you're looking forward to if you're available on October 5th, come out to Lions Park for the bonfire. It was pretty cool. They had stacks of the skids, some wood in the middle, and the fire went on for a rather long time. And it was cold that day, very cold that day. So. Other updates, the Junior Leader Program has 12 kids participating, and they're going to be doing a new feature this year. It's going to be held on September 13th for ages 11 to 13. It's going to be a lock-in at the Audubon Skate Park. So again, it's September 13th for ages 11 to 13. It's a lock-in. I know space is limited, so if you are interested in that event, please make sure you register with the Park District customer service, either at the pavilion or at the Haddendorf. Our next meeting for the youth committee will be Monday, August 26th at 4:30 here at the Administration Center for the Park District. Now changing over to the youth scholarships, we have 28 applicants that have, which is the most been on the committee for 6 years. It is the most that we've had, which is exciting. We do have 7 $1,000 scholarships that we will be offering through the village and the foundation, the Parks Foundation. So the Parks Foundation will be issuing 2 $1,000 scholarships, and the village will be offering this year 5 $1,000 scholarships, and that is through a donation made through the brewery in Elk Grove. What am I saying something wrong?
What's the name of it?
Microbrewery.
Microphone?
Microphone brewery. Yeah,
If they're gonna give, we should write.
absolutely.
Tell them who they are.
Absolutely. So, other than that, that concludes my report.
Okay.
Do you have anything to add? Or no?
No, you did it all. Are you good? Any questions for Commissioner Bianchi? Okay, Adult Center Committee, which is Commissioner Cook.
Yes, I attended the May 21st meeting at the Sheila Ray Center, and the jury sale event went very well. They made $602. Dancing with the Bands was also well attended, with 62 people that attended the Dancing with the Bands. Spring Bazaar in April made $1,285, so good results there as well. They also are using one of the funds from the Jordan family to do improvements at the billiards room. So I guess they're putting new covers on, a new coat of paint that's more billiards-like, and some new signage and logos. So the members are really happy, especially the pool players, are real happy about the improvements that are planned there. We had some additional discussion about transportation, and we're continuing to look at NWSRA as far as their ADA bus availability for some of our events, for usage that we talked about, some of our bigger events. They also talked about the monthly lunches, and they're looking at a possibility of, instead of doing that every month, is maybe every other month, and make it just a little nicer luncheon. The prices are gonna need to go up a little bit. I think we currently charge $9, and they're looking to bump it to $14 to $15, which, according to some of the other seniors have gone to other adult centers, that still is below what people are charging. It's usually around $20, I guess, is the going rate.
And it includes the entertainment.
It includes the entertainment, yes, so it's not just the food. So they're looking at holding down the price, and if they only do it twice or every other month, they can put more money in to make it a nicer event. So they're looking at that. Membership is up from compared to last year. It's at $299, up from $285, so that looks good there. And as we heard earlier from Helen, they're holding a current events event at 10 a.m. on 5/28, which is next Tuesday, correct? Tuesday's 28th. So if you want to know about, and the guest speakers, I guess, will be Ben and I, and there to answer any questions you have about the Park District and what we do around the thing. So that ends my report.
Any questions for Commissioner Cook? Hearing none. Any other committees?
Oh, just one, our next meeting is scheduled for Tuesday, June 18th at 10 a.m.
Okay.
Are you taking the lead personally on the microphone, or is Tammy or Jeff? Seriously, so that we actually have a person that's gonna look into what Helen addressed.
Tammy will look into it and notify me as soon as she gets an answer, which will be prior to Tuesday.
Okay.
I assume sooner than that, but
Okay, any other committees? Okay, new business, we need to appoint, actually, I should just read this out loud. I need a motion and a second to appoint, for the appointment of Executive Director Ben Curcio as the Elk Grove Park District's representative to the Northwest Special Recreation Association, or better known as NISRA, to their board.
So moved.
Second?
Can I get a roll call?
Commissioner Bianchi?
Yes.
Commissioner O'Malley?
Yes.
Commissioner Cook?
yes.
President Walz?
Yes? The adoption of ordinance 402, an ordinance authorizing and directing the sale, transfer, or conveyance of certain used personal property. Get a motion in a second.
So moved.
Second?
What is it that we're,
Claremont Playground Equipment.
okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Roll call, please.
Commissioner O'Malley?
Yes.
Commissioner Cook?
Yes.
Commissioner Bianchi?
Yes.
President Walz?
Yes? We're to payment of the bills. Excuse me, May 9th, 2019, in the amount of $105,708.34. May 10th, 2019, P cards in the amount of $106,493.66. And May 16th in the amount of $130,900.23. And I need a motion in a second.
So moved.
Second?
Can I roll call, please?
Commissioner O'Malley,
Yes.
Commissioner Cook,
Yes.
Commissioner Bianchi.
Yes.
President Walls.
Yes. And all I need now at this point is a motion and a second to adjourn.
Mr. President, before we do
Yes,
that,
sir.
could we go back to your committee of the whole report?
I can.
And just, we touched on a little bit that we talked about the parking lot for Rainbow Falls and QR, since that parking lot's not gonna be available. Can we at least let them know, I know we sent out to the pass holders a letter showing, identifying where the lots are to park for Rainbow Falls, and where we have agreements with for parking. Can we just maybe go over that, or I'd like to just
Sure.
for the general public. So there will be parking when you go into the entrance on
Rainbow Falls.
Rainbow Falls, at the original entrance off of Reverend Moore's Boulevard. There's also parking on Lions Drive at Lions Park, which is adjacent to Rainbow Falls, as well as Rotary Park, parking there, also adjacent to Lions Park. And then there'll be parking allowed in the high school parking lot, all the lots A, B, and C in the, they're not marked, but they're all of the high school parking lot. And I believe we will have, at least for this weekend, 'cause it's gonna be a busy weekend, some of our buses shuttling the further away lots if we need it.
Yes.
Are we committed to that? Okay. And so I just wanted to mention that. And this is because basically at this point, we don't have an agreement with QR to park in their lot, so we would prefer and would like you to go to the designated areas for parking.
Grove Junior High is also available.
Thank you, yep, that's right.
That's the one. Work on weekends. Okay, any other questions or comments? Okay, so we're back to a motion and a second to adjourn.
But I have to correct you, we're not adjourning, you need to mention you're adjourning to a closed session.
No, we're scrapping a closed session.
That's news to all of us.
Okay, well, you need to amend the, or at least the agenda.
Do I need to amend the agenda?
Or at
We
least
just skip that, if
just
there's
mention
consensus here.
Okay.
they were removing it.
So we're gonna skip amending. And we're gonna go and ask for a motion and a second to adjourn.
To close this session, the regular meeting. So moved.
Second.
Can I get a roll call, please?
Commissioner Cook,
Yes.
Commissioner Bianchi,
Yes?
Commissioner O'Malley,
Yes.
President Walls.
Yes. We are adjourned, Commissioner.